Well, binge watching anything is a trap. It's a complete waste of time because it leads to more binge watching. It's the simplest way to put it. If you binge watch, you're going to binge watch some more. It's a rabbit hole of time wasting. You're definitely going to start wasting time when you start binge watching, and then you're going to continue wasting time as you continue to binge watch. These are facts. It becomes a rabbit hole of time wasting no matter how you look at it. It's a rabbit hole of time wasting. And these are some of the people who use these vices when they make excuses for them not having time to work out or do something because they have this time for relaxation. And in this time of relaxation, they binge watch. So you can take some of that time and use it to work out. This is very simple mathematics to this whole thing, and it doesn't take much to understand. Your sleep patterns are all messed up, and the quality of your sleep isn't good, so you wake up low energy, therefore giving yourself no energy in the morning to actually do something that would benefit yourself. And now you have nothing but time to jump into the shower or jump into your clothes and get the hell out of the house because you've binge watched over the nighttime. Poor lack of sleep quality that has you waking up groggy and not having energy. You eat, binge watch, wake up hungry, and eat. It's weird how it works because when you eat late at night, you wake up hungry. I think that a lot of people don't understand that is the acid in your stomach eating away at the bacteria. But that's a whole nother story. So you think you feel hungry, but really you need to give your stomach some time to get rid of what you've just ate the night before. The solution is to set a strict viewing limit of 1 to 2 episodes. 1 to 2 episodes per night, and turn off the screens at least an hour before you go to sleep, and maintain a somewhat of a sleeping schedule. That's kind of like how you want to deal with that. And hopefully that would give you the energy that you need to wake up early enough or wake up energized enough to get something done in the morning, maybe 10, 20 minutes of working out. Working out, some type of physical activity. I always allude to it because it's very necessary. If you want a better you, working out is going to be a part of something that you do every day. It has to be. It's the only way you're going to gain the momentum mentally is if you're physically striving to be better every day. Then your mental will catch up to it and help you become better at physically challenging things as well as the mentally challenging things. But you have to start somewhere. You can't just sit there and think yourself into a better position. You have to put the work in. It's increased sedentary behavior. Sitting or lying down for extended periods while binge watching can contribute to a sedentary lifestyle, increasing the risk of obesity, cardiovascular disease, and diabetes. Cardiovascular disease. Diabetes? This is serious stuff. And if that doesn't scare you or alert you into doing something different with your life, I don't know what will. Sedentary behavior creates lower back problems. It creates hip problems. If you stay active and you stretch and you not sit down all day without getting up and don't binge watch for 5 hours sitting in a couch, you limit the possibility. It still could be a possibility depending on how much wear and tear you've put on your body or how much you haven't worked out before you start. There's a whole bunch of things that come into play, but one thing you don't want to do is add to it by sitting down for 5 hours doing absolutely nothing. I mean, your body can't break down things if you're not moving. And if you're constantly sitting there throwing stuff down your throat, what do you think your system is going to do with that? It can do absolutely nothing with it because you're not moving. On top of the fact that most of the time when you're sitting there eating, you're not eating carrots and hummus. You're probably eating chips and dip, popcorn with too much butter on it and salt, because I love popcorn, but I have my limitations. But let's not talk about that right now. See, I do have a vice, right? I have something. I do have some things that I should not do that I do, but I limit them. I'm not perfect, but I have put myself in a position where I have limited and restricted myself from them for so long that when I do it here and there, it doesn't affect me the way it used to because I used to do it too much. You want to binge watch? If you did it once a month, that would be like an event, right? But if you do it once a day or twice or 3 times a week, it's a problem. You haven't restricted yourself from these things to do other things more important yet. So what gives you the luxury of being able to do that? When did you earn it? Like, honestly, what gives you the right? And you have to answer that question, not me. I can ask it to you all day, and you don't have to answer to me. You have to answer to yourself. So what gives you the right to sit there and do that to your body when you've actually done nothing to help yourself become better? That's the question you need to ask yourself. That's what I would ask myself, and that's what I have asked myself, and that's why I don't do things like this anymore. You should make a habit of stretching and walking around for a few minutes after every episode or every hour. If you can't help yourself from binge watching, then this is the things that you need to do to help yourself. Get up, walk around, stand there and watch the show. Do some squats while you're watching the show. Some of these platforms have commercials. Maybe during a commercial, do some push-ups, do some sit-ups, run in place until the show comes back on, or run in place while the show's on. You can concentrate on watching something while you're running. Nobody's asking you to drain yourself to zero while you're doing it, but do something so you're not just sitting there. It limits your circulation, and there's so many reasons why you shouldn't just sit there for so long. It's already a vice. Let's not make it a huge problem. Your isolation from the real world. I mean, if you're going to isolate yourself from the real world, may I suggest something? Oh, you guessed it. Work out. If you need to isolate yourself, do something that's productive for yourself. Watching a show for 5 hours is not productive. It's not even helpful. Even if it's a good show and you could be watching Nat Geo, like you could be watching and learning about animals. It's not helping you become a better person. It may be gaining knowledge about some things that you didn't know, which makes you more useful in a random conversation with someone who maybe you're trying to impress, but it doesn't help you become a better person when you're by yourself. Work the hell out, man. Why don't you subscribe? Why don't you hit that little button down there, subscribe, hit the notification button so you can get notified when I drop a new episode. And you can also leave a comment down in the bottom and tell me what you think about what you are watching and what you're listening to.